The year is 2011. You're wearing a galaxy print tank top paired with a bedazzled owl pendant necklace. Suddenly, E.T. by Katy Perry starts playing on the radio. Now wake up! The year is 2025 and you're wearing nothing because clothes cost $2,000 thanks to tariffs. You're playing TikToks on your phone to escape the reality of your reality when Katy Perry pops up again, but this time she's not singing E.T. This time she's boarding a spaceship to try and find one. I don't feel very qualified to make a video about Katy Perry because I wasn't allowed to listen to music that was secular until I was about 22 years old. I knew very little about Katy Perry when I was growing up. I knew of her though. I remember watching her music video where she cuts her hair and then goes to war, I think. I remember watching that music video and thinking, this is sick as hell. This was the pixie cut of the 2010s. Miley Cyrus had this, the actress from Once Upon a Time who plays Snow White. I saw that pixie cut and that was it. I must have this exact haircut. But I lived in a small town in the middle of nowhere, so I just ended up having to go to a hairdresser that my mom would use. So I got like an old lady's pixie cut instead of the trendy one that I wanted. I basically had a Karen haircut for about 2 or 3 years, and I blame Katy Perry for that. So this video is my revenge. For reasons unbeknownst to me, Katy Perry has gone to space. This expedition was thanks to the private space company owned by Jeff Bezos. Hell yeah, Jeff Bezos. We love Jeff Bezos over here. We love Amazon. We love billionaires who own everything and have their hand in every pot and control everything. Do you ever feel like a piece of shit drifting over space? Nothing gets me more pumped up than royalty-free, corporate-sounding music. Yay, we're in space! Oh my god, I'm in space! I can't believe it! Holy shit, look at me! Oh, this is a Katy Perry. I just realized that this song is actually a Katy Perry song. I'm not joking. I literally thought that it was a copyright-free track that they were using in the background of this video. I can't believe that's actually the introduction to a Katy Perry song. Oof. And the caption says, "One day when you're older, will you still look up and wonder?" Which I'm assuming is a song lyric from the royalty-free, copyright-free ass track that we just heard. Or that I heard. You're not gonna hear it because I'm not putting that in the video. Still processing this incredible journey. Thank you, Blue Origin, and to my space sisters, taking up space and making room in space for all. See you on tour when I come down. So she's using this as a way to promote her upcoming tour. Okay. There are cheaper ways to advertise your tour. You could probably just get a billboard and that probably wouldn't emit like 1,000 tons of carbon. Where did she come from? Where was she? She just floated across the screen like a PNG. Me when I get my hands on the silly anti-gravity daisy.
The moon! You guys, I have to tell you, look at the moon!
I love how they're all crowding the windows of the spaceship like they're a bunch of kids on a school bus. Oh my god, you guys, look, it's Spider-Man! Oh my god! Guys, come on, everybody come over to this window, come look! Oh my god, Zendaya's here too, guys! And guys, look at this, look over here too! Look at this sponsor segment, guys! This video is sponsored by Bellesa Boutique. Bellesa Boutique is a bi-woman company on a mission to embrace and empower everyone's sexuality because everyone deserves a little pleasure, a little treat, a little sexy little treat. And thanks to my friends over at Bellesa Boutique, that sexy little treat can come in the form of toys crafted with the highest quality body-safe materials out there. The Pebble by Bellesa has both suction and vibration that can be controlled independently, and it doesn't have any of those annoying modes that you have to click through to get to the good stuff. Bless your heart, Bellesa. Thank you. It's rechargeable, waterproof, and don't worry about cramping because the Pebble is ergonomically designed to fit in your hand perfectly, so you can go for hours if you want. And with the Pebble, you will want. And if something disastrous like this happens at the paws of your dog, Bellesa has an official policy to replace your vibe for free. All they ask for in return is a picture of the culprit, of the ruffian. If you want to check them out, just click my link in the description for some big discounts and even the chance to win a free toy, which could also be big. Thank you to Bellesa Boutique for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. So, according to Grant, my researcher Grant, everybody say thank you, Grant, for researching and being a researcher. We appreciate you. Flight consisted of Katy Perry, Gayle King, who is a CBS morning host, Lauren Sanchez, Emmy-winning journalist, licensed pilot, and founder of Black Ops Aviation, the first female-owned aerial film production company. Okay, so she's Jeff Bezos's fiance. I don't know why she's here. Maybe he's trying to get rid of her. Maybe he wanted some space. Imagine being so rich that when you're tired of your significant other, you can just literally launch them off the planet. Wives hate this bald billionaire for this one simple trick. The rest of the people are Aisha Bao, I think Bo, maybe, but I think Bao. She worked for NASA, so we have at least one qualified astronaut on board. And then Amanda Wen, who worked at NASA, so we have 2 astronauts on board. And then Katy Perry, so we actually have 3. Okay, so this is Katy Perry's interview before she went onto the spaceship.
I'm gonna ace space. I am feeling so grateful and grounded, and
That's not good. It's not good that she's feeling grounded because she's about to be up in space where there is no ground. She needs to be prepping for that. She needs to be doing jumping jacks or something.
I am talking to myself every day and going, you're brave, you're bold, you're doing this for the next generation.
Inspire the next generation to do what? The next generation is not going to be able to go up into space and fart around for 3 minutes and then come back down. That's not an attainable thing for the next generation or this generation. So what does that mean? Inspire them to do what?
To inspire so many different people, but especially young girls to go, I'll go to space in the future.
Oh, okay, I see. So we're going to be inspiring the next generation of young girls and just let them know that if you work hard and you dedicate yourself and apply yourself and you never give up, then one day you too can marry a billionaire and float around in space for 3 minutes. This goes out to young girls everywhere. Shoot for the stars.
The verbiage, I can't or I won't, it doesn't stay in my mind. Even if it passes through, it's
That's one thing about me, Katy Perry, is that anytime a thought crosses my mind, I kick it out of there immediately in an instant, just like that. Not a single thought is in here. Nothing stays. I retain nothing.
It's an important moment for the future of commercial space travel and for humanity in general. And
Commercial space. What the f are you talking about? Commercial space travel. Shut the f up. You can just say that you wanted to go to space. I would honestly prefer that in this interview she was like, yeah, so I just think it would be cool if I went to space for a second. And that's it. And that's all there is about it. I would honestly prefer that to this bullshit, trying to find some kind of deeper meaning, garbage, nothing speech.
so here is a massive butterfly. The butterfly has really symbolized a lot because ever since I had my daughter, I went through a real metamorphosis.
She had a baby, which is the equivalent of when a caterpillar turns into a butterfly. I'm assuming because when you go from not being a mother to being a mother, that's like your final form. I don't know what she's saying. She's not saying anything is the thing. That's the thing. She's not saying a thing. You're trying to make what you're saying meaningful, but there's really nothing meaningful about what you're saying. So you just say words that seem meaningful, like metamorphosis. I don't care how many morphosis is you've met. Yeah, so for my upcoming tour, we made this big ass fucking gorilla statue that I'm gonna be sitting on, and that represents my inner demons and the version of me that's crazy and loves bananas just trying to come out. And it's just very impactful and meaningful, and it's gonna help people in the future in a meaningful and insightful way. And I mean that meaningfully.
I'm really excited about the engineering of it all, to learn more about STEM and just the math about what it takes.
Why does she need to study math and physics in order for her to get in a spaceship that she's not going to be controlling or contributing to the controlling of in any way, shape, or form? This is like reading a book on car engineering before you get in an Uber. You don't have to do that. This is from the morning before the flight.
We launch. We are the taking up space crew. There's 6 of us, all women. It's historical.
The women in the past who have gone to space have had to work so hard and scrape and scrounge to get there. And it's insulting that you, who haven't done shit except read 2 paragraphs of a STEM book, are getting to go up in space just because you're friends with a billionaire. And it doesn't open any doors of opportunity for women behind you. This is like you're going through the door and then slamming it shut hard as fuck behind you and then barricading it with piles and mounds of money.
My message that I'm getting is you never know the amount of love that you have inside of you until the day you launch.
What is she saying? You don't know how much love you have inside of you until you too are able to go into a space shuttle for a few minutes.
I'm feeling that love. I'm sending you love. Love is all you need.
Love is not all you need, Katie. You also need your bills paid. And you also need a planet that's not dying so that you can live in it.
Hey, just want to tell you, I love you so much.
None of that made any sense. Whatever. Okay, so this is their post-flight interview. This is after they got back down.
I'm gonna tell you something right now. You are officially an astronaut.
No, you're not. I'm sorry, but just because you were in space for a couple minutes does not make you an astronaut. Did you guys know if you swim in a pool for 11 minutes, you're actually an Olympic swimmer? There's so much love. There's so much love here. There's so much love inside of you. You don't know how much love is inside of you until you've cannonballed into the pool.
I feel super connected to love.
Is she fine? Is she good? What the hell is she talking about? She sounds like a character of someone who's not from Earth. Maybe that's why she's doing this. Maybe she's trying to get back home. Maybe she was the ET all along.
I think this experience has shown me you never know how much love is.
Don't fucking say. I swear to God, if she says you never know how much love you have inside of you
until the day you launch.
What the fuck are you saying? Until the day you launch what? You actually haven't reached your full potential or felt true love or understood the true meaning of life until you've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in order to fly in a space shuttle created by Jeff Bezos. You're actually garbage trash.
And you brought a real-life daisy.
Daisies are common flowers, but they grow through any condition.
Is that true? I don't think that's true. I'm looking that up. I do not believe that daisies live through anything. That sounds like more Katy Perry propaganda. This says that daisies are generally low maintenance, but at times they can be adversely impacted by aphids, slugs, and earwigs. As a gardener, you can combat this by never putting a lace front on your lobes. Interesting. Didn't know that.
Well, they are strong. They are everywhere. Flowers are, to me, God's smile, but it's also...
This is so fucking annoying. This is making me turn into a mean girl. To me, flowers are God's smile. Ugh.
But it's also a reminder of our beautiful earth and the flowers here and God's smile.
Stop saying God smile. Stop saying God smile. Stop it. That doesn't mean anything. You're not holding God's smile right now.
The beautiful magic that is everywhere, all around us, even in a simple daisy. So to really appreciate it and remember it and take care of it and protect it.
Protect it? What are you talking about? All of the shit that you guys just blasted down into the ozone for this little 11-minute trip that did nothing is going to probably lead to the destruction of a lot of daisies.
Gail shared with us the song that you sang when you got up there. What a wonderful world.
I forgot she sang while she was up there. Oh my God. Katy Perry had a kumbaya moment in the spaceship because of course she did. Did she take a ukulele up there? Why didn't they put Colleen Ballinger on this spaceship?
Obviously, like my higher self is always steering the ship.
I think she's always her higher self because she sounds like she's constantly stoned out of her mind.
It's not about me. It's not about singing my songs. It's about a collective energy in there. It's about us. It's about making space for future women.
No, it's not. It's actually the opposite. You could have taken the money that went into this dumb excursion and actually put it somewhere where it would have been beneficial. This was like taking money that could have helped people and just setting it on fire. Would you like to donate $10 to help save the earth? Oh yeah, of course. What are you guys doing? So we're actually going to be writing out Save the Planet hundreds or thousands of times up in the sky using chemtrails to help future generations. Oh my God, that's so meaningful. Isn't it just? Fucking...
Your sister and your mom. What was their reaction when you got to see them?
I have only seen my mom and I was like, are you okay, Mom? She knew. She was totally okay. I'm sure she was speaking in tongues underneath her breath as she does.
Your mom speaks in tongues under her breath? She just starts speaking languages that she doesn't know? Your mom is talented. Maybe she should be the one up in the shuttle.
My mom, she has this thing where she can see.
My mom has this thing where if you speak to her, she can actually hear you. And I find that very inspiring. Shout out to you, Mom. Actually, you don't need to shout because she can hear you already. She hears really well.
I just asked for a sign from the heavens, from my angels. And they're like, here's the feather, which is what your mother calls you. And if that's not enough, the capsule's named Tortoise.
Okay, so your mom calls you a tortoise and she calls you a feather. And she speaks in tongues and she can also see. What can't your mother do? Why would she possibly call you tortoise? Is it because growing up you kept falling onto your back and not being able to get back up?
Describe for us, because you're so brilliant at putting, words together and describing moments.
Oh my God. What is all of this glazing? I just want to get your opinion on this because you're so good at putting words together. Words like insightful and metamorphosis. That's really the only two words, really.
The moment, it is the highest high.
Yeah. You're in space. It's pretty high up.
I couldn't recommend this experience more. This is like up there with all the, different...
What do you you mean you couldn't recommend this experience? Why is she talking about this like she just stayed at a hotel? All of the people that you're talking to are never going to be up in space. This is just not accessible to literally anyone you're talking to right now. If you guys ever have a chance, I really recommend living in a $20 million mansion. It's exhilarating, it's meaningful, it's great for the environment. I can't recommend it enough.
What you're doing is you're like really finding the love for yourself, because you got to trust in yourself on this journey. And then you're feeling the love when you come down.
Can you see how I'm literally physically losing energy? I'm being physically and mentally drained by this. You can literally see how I've started slumping into this chair because of how exhausting listening to this is.
By the way, you're such a badass. I love that the month of April, you're like, I'm going to space and I'm launching my tour.
You're such a girl boss, by the way. All in 1 month, you announced your tour. You had an experience that you didn't have to work for that is only ever going to be available to the 1%. That's so girl bossy and slay of you. Slay mother. Cunt. Bitch.
Got to reveal my set list for the tour on a butterfly. How apropos. I don't know if anyone's ever done that before, so I'll just...
You are now officially an astronaut, and
No, you're not. That's not true. They didn't even go into orbit. I can do that too. If I go outside and do jumping jacks, does that automatically mean that I'm an astronaut too? Because that's sick as hell. So this is an interview talking about what we can expect in her upcoming tour.
It's almost like a sci-fi hopeful video game. Intense choreography, some flying.
Oh my god, guys, she's up in space again. She's an astronaut a second time. This is actually a live of one of her concerts from this tour in Houston. I think that the storyline is that butterflies are like the source of this world's power. And I think she might be a butterfly. She's supposed to be a butterfly in a tube right now. The butterfly is just meaningful to her. That's all I know. Okay, so she's also cosplaying Darth Maul from Revenge of the Sith. She's got a double-edged lightsaber. She could have twisted that around and done some cool moves with that, but she's literally just like holding it like this and running around and then defeats the bad guy like that. Okay, this is the beat drop. This is where the intense choreography is gonna come in. She's been standing in place for this entire time. This is so bad. This is actually worse than I was expecting. It doesn't even seem like this is a choreographed thing at all. I don't think they prepared this. I think they're just kind of winging it. Like butterflies. Oh my god. This tour is gonna be sick, guys. The choreography is gonna be out of this world. It's gonna be crazy. I don't even know what else to say. This entire thing from beginning to end just reeks of being so out of touch. It also seems like they offered this to Katy Perry and she was trying to make the most of it as much as she could possibly get out of it. She was trying to get out, promoting her tour and then making merch. But actually it's about feminism and it's about women and it's about taking up space. Or it's about holding space, and it's also about holding daisies. I just feel like maybe you could benefit the future generations of young women a little bit more by keeping your feet on the ground and not working with a rapist. That might be a good start. I know for a fact that no one who is not a multimillionaire / billionaire is worried about commercial space travel at the moment. People are struggling to survive here on Earth. We can't even travel from Dallas, Texas to LAX without the plane combusting. Combusting? Wish that was me. I wish I was combusting. Wish I was that right now. For real. That's dumb as fuck. I hope you guys feel more inspired to take up space and to hold space and put space in a little purse and jump in space and put jam in space. I think that's what they do in that movie. I'm gonna go metamorphize into an armadillo in a meaningful way. So I'll see you guys later. Okay, bye.